Mike, trivia question for you.
Okay.
What was the last freshman quarterback at Penn State to start this regular season?
That would be that Eugene Shorty Miller in 1910.
Wow. Final score in that game, 58-0. They played Harrisburg Athletic Club.
Nice.
5'5" quarterback. The last time a freshman started at all at Penn State, Wally Richardson,
yes.
18 years ago. And then going back then, it was Tony Saka. I was 88, and that's when I was starting to go.
Also Zach Mills.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We've had some. Robert Bolden, why I had that question for you. Robert Bolden, a true freshman. Last year this time, he's at St. Mary's Prep or something out in Michigan. Is the starting quarterback against Youngstown State. I think it's a good move. I think he's very athletic. If the other two guys weren't cutting it, go with the freshman. I think it's great for recruiting in the future. It shows if you deserve to be out there, we're going to put you out there, and you'll get to play right away.
I think we're all surprised that Joe went this route. This is very un-Paterno-esque, and it tells you something about the talent that this kid must have, and it also probably tells you something about the limitations of the other two quarterbacks, I think, if we're going to be honest about it. But I think when this thing was – it's interesting because Monday they announced they're 3 deep for the season. And it was those 3 quarterbacks were Newsome, Matt McGloin, and Bolden were all listed as sort of like co-starters.
1A, 1B,
and I'd say half a dozen people came up to me and said, well, if he's even listed there, he must be the best guy they have. And I think probably that's kind of what went on in Joe's head. By Wednesday night, he was willing to say, I can't talk myself out of this. He's the best kid we have. We're going to start him. And I think immediately the excitement level, at least the excitement level for Penn State season got raised a little bit.
He's a heck of an athlete. 6'3", 221 pounds, rated as the 4th best quarterback in the country by ESPN.com, coming out of high school, and the 2nd best dual threat quarterback by Rivals.com.
What's interesting about that is, despite the fact that was a great student, had all these positives, he really wasn't a tremendously highly recruited kid. It was Penn State and Michigan State were the finalists, but the other offers came from like Vanderbilt, Northwestern, Louisville, kind of second-tier type offers.
The odd thing was Michigan didn't go after him.
Yeah, that is odd. That is odd. And they have a bunch of quarterbacks and kind of have a similar situation to what Penn State does right now. They've got like 3 kids that are vying for it.
Interesting.
So maybe that's why.
Rivals.com says possesses possibly the strongest arm in the country as he threw laser shot after laser shot at the Elite 11. Also, excellent mobility to create yards the coaches can't script.
Talked to his high school coach yesterday, and he said, great arm, as good an arm as I've ever had. And this guy's been coaching for like 27 years and has been like 6 state championship games. I mean, he's had a monster program there in Michigan. Great arm and great speed. He may not have the great hips where he's going to be an elusive guy that's going to make you miss, but if you give him an opening, look out.
I think he runs best for this offense. There's the spread offense.
Yeah, it makes sense for what they're trying to do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He's supposed to be very intelligent. Supposedly, he said from the beginning, I want to be the starting quarterback. He's supposed to be very smart. He only showed up in May or after he graduated. He took the playbook and went through it, and he's learned this thing. And Newsome and all these other quarterbacks that have been here longer aren't grasping it as well as this freshman has.
Did not enroll early in the spring so he could get spring practice in, which most of these blue-chip quarterbacks in the country at big programs do, and still picked up everything faster than everybody else. That's got to tell you a little something.
Okay, Youngstown State's not that great. Alabama will be the true test how he does against that defense.
Absolutely.